David Bohm figured out everything. They came out with a string theory later on. That's a reboot attempt. String theory doesn't mean anything. David Bohm having hour-plus dialogues with Krishnamurti meant everything. But no one was listening. No one cared and no one was listening. You're listening to the Tokyo Shemp Network. So yeah, I go to Daily Mail a little bit. Oh yeah, so I can't do stamps. Stamps are safe for me. I love stamps. If you fish around, you can find them right now. Because there was a different era of stamps and people were hoarding them. Stamp dealers hoarded the stuff. And the thing about stamps is that you use it or you lose it. You maintain that stuff. They have to be set at a certain temperature. You don't want them getting all moldy. You don't want the gum. You got glue and chemicals on the back of those. So you have to learn a number of things. You have to have the right climate. If someone's collecting stamps in Africa where it's like 100 degrees, they're gonna have to take the glue off of the back. So it's like you gonna play ice hockey in Georgia? No. There's a reason why there's no hockey team in Florida. That was planned. It was planned about a second before I said it. So yeah, I'm still going through Daily Mail because I like to look at the headlines. I have to hit a button to stop the page from loading, or else they freeze the screen. I've already been through all that. I had a video. Daily Mail banned me. I never wrote a comment on there. I meant they banned. They put up some ad blocker thing. Today's show was, I have to wrap it up because the main thing is that the internet is not healthy. I could talk nonstop and then edit out anything that didn't make any sense, or usually everything makes sense. Even those ums or whatever. Anything we do is going to make some type of sense. Bohm said even within cancer cells, there's an order. It may be disorder to everything else, but there's a sort of order to it. So I'm looking through these headlines, and I'm not spending too much time because I do know that I can't support any of this, and I shouldn't be looking at too much of it because we know that the eyes are going to wander to the side, boobs and midriffs, and Bohm and Krishnamurti, they told us, or Krishnamurti, he said, love is not pleasure. Love is compassion. Love is something different. Pleasure comes and goes. Pleasure is memory. I only see a few headlines that inspired me to start making this audio. I'm at a point right now where now I don't feel like making the audio. I started talking about stamps and limitations on activities. There's limitations on that string theory. There's nothing to it. Those are clowns. David Bohm was probably the smartest person we'll ever come into contact with. Krishnamurti was a simple man, but he was smart. Krishnamurti was the regular guy. David Bohm was the guy you go up to the top of the mountain to ask him the tough questions. The oracle, from mythology. David Bohm. I had a couple friends like David Bohm. Relatively speaking, they were good friends. They must have had Asperger's too. I do want to make a video at some point on how Asperger's is everywhere. It's like 1 in 10 people have to have it. It's not 1 in 70. It's not 1 in 200. Whatever numbers they're coming up with. It's got to be about 1 in 10.